It looked like just another pizza joint in Brooklyn. Red and white checkered tables, the smell of garlic in the air, and old Dean Martin songs playing from the kitchen. Locals called it Sal's Famous Pizza, and to most, that's all it was. But beneath the dough and tomato sauce, it was something else entirely. It was a front, a bank, a laundering machine for the Italian Mafia. Salvatore Mancini, or Sal, as everyone called him, was a quiet guy. Worked 12-hour shifts, wore the same grease-stained apron every day, and smiled at every customer. He knew everyone's name, everyone's order. What no one knew was that Sal wasn't just making pizza. He was moving millions for the Gambino crime family. It started small. In the early 90s, Sal was approached by a cousin, a low-level Gambino associate, who needed to clean $30,000 fast. Sal ran everything in cash. No questions, no paper trail. So he agreed. He inflated a few weekly reports, logged fake catering orders, and made that $30,000 disappear into the books like it never existed. The mob loved it. By the end of the year, Sal had moved nearly $2 million, and only $100,000 of it had anything to do with mozzarella. Soon the back of Sal's shop became a hub. Mob couriers came in with gym bags full of cash, pretending to pick up deliveries. Sal had a hidden room behind the walk-in freezer where the money would be counted, bagged, and entered into a system of forged invoices. Everything was disguised as pizza sales, wedding catering, and late-night rush orders that never happened. The books always looked clean. Too clean. The IRS took notice in 2003, but a Gambino-affiliated accountant helped them forge enough paperwork to pass a light audit. Sal's income continued to grow. His shop was allegedly making $5 million a year, yet the ovens ran on broken timers, and the roof leaked every time it rained. Inside the Mafia, Sal was known as the Cheese Bank. It became a running joke. Mobsters would say, "Go get a slice and clean your bills while you're at it." But the FBI wasn't laughing. By 2007, a federal task force was watching. They couldn't make any charges stick until one courier messed up. A young associate named Ricky 2 times Alvarez got pulled over with $400,000 in his trunk. The problem? He was on his way to Sal's. Under pressure, Ricky flipped. He wore a wire into the pizzeria and recorded a meeting in the freezer room. Sal didn't say much, but he said enough. Phrases like, "Same amount as last week," "Mark it as wedding catering," and "Tell Johnny to double bag it." That was all the feds needed. In 2009, Sal was arrested during a dinner rush. One second, he was cutting slices. The next, he was face down in flour and handcuffs. The FBI raided the restaurant, the hidden room, and Sal's apartment above the shop. What they found was staggering. Not just millions in laundered cash, but ledgers, burner phones, coded notes, and offshore account access points. It turned out Sal had helped clean over $250 million in illegal funds. Drugs, weapons, racketeering. It all passed through that little pizza shop. But here's the twist. In his final interrogation, Sal gave them nothing. No names, no connections. The FBI offered him a deal, but he refused. All he said was, "I just make pizza." Sal was sentenced to 25 years in federal prison for money laundering, racketeering, and obstruction. He never snitched. He never spoke to the press. And to this day, no one's sure if he was just the front or the mastermind. What happened to the shop? It reopened in 2015 under new management, this time as a legit business. But the neighborhood still whispers. Some say the new owner is just another cousin. Others say money still moves through the basement. And if you walk by on a Friday night, the place is packed. Not just with customers, but with curiosity. Tourists order slices just to say they ate at the mob pizza place. But those who remember Sal know better. They know the dough was never the most valuable thing in that building. The real business was baked deep into the books and hidden behind a freezer door. And it all ran through one man in an apron who flipped pies by day and flipped cash by night.